Good afternoon. Welcome back to the 2021 PGA Championship here at the Ocean Course, Kiawah Island, South Carolina. We are joined by Henrik Stenson. Henrik opened up with a 73 today. He's one over par currently. Henrik, really solid play through the 12th or 13th hole. And that's really when the gauntlet around here seems to start. Is that kind of how it felt for you out there today?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a kind of two-half golf course. You play the first four into the wind. They're obviously a little bit more gentle than the last five on the back nine, but you play virtually 9 and 9 into or downwind in these conditions that we had here for the last couple of days. So, no question, you want to, pretty pleased to be level par, especially the way I played in the first 4 or 5 holes there, and then managed to pick up some birdies on the downwind holes. And once we turned around, it certainly, it's long clubs, it's 3-4 irons. It's difficult shots, and of course 17 is a brutal one, even off an up tee. It's a very difficult hole. So I had a really poor finish. Someone must be very keen to speak to me, because this is probably on bottom of my list right now.
Rex, take that at number 4.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that. I know that's not the finish you want, but you look at your results for the last few weeks and today. Have you seemed like you've turned a corner and found something in your swing that maybe wasn't there?
Yeah, I certainly had a good couple of days, say Monday, Tuesday. Then yesterday when I played, I kind of maybe didn't feel as good as I did on Monday evening and Tuesday. But it certainly feels like we're trending in the right direction. And it's a tough test, this one, to come out when you're searching for form and confidence. It's probably one of the tougher ones to step onto the tee and feel that commitment and building trust out there when you got strong winds and curving holes and marshlands left, right, and center. So it's a difficult golf course, no question. And other than a bad finish, I was obviously pleased with the way I was hanging in there and hit a couple of good shots in between here and there and scrambled well. On and around the greens, it was pretty tidy.
Doug on 11.
I'm just curious, when we last saw you, you're heading for 2 weeks of basically what you call training camp. Just wanted to see how that went.
Yeah, it went pretty good. A lot of hard work, long days, and like I said, it feels like we trending in the right direction, and it was certainly more solid in the practice rounds than it has been, and then going out in a major championship on a really difficult golf course, it's obviously going to put things to its test, and commitment could have been better today, and it's one of those classic when you play a lot of shots into the wind and you kind of start feeling like you're leaning into it a little bit, and that's probably the one thing I don't really need in my swing at the moment, more leaning forward. So it's a little bit of a catch-22, that one, when I got to stay more centered, but the conditions kind of forces you to go forward a bit. So we're battling a little bit with that, but we still can find some positives.
Did you win the practice rounds with this win, which was, I guess, stronger at times too? Did you play it all the way back? Yeah,
we did play it quite far back on most of the holes, it's extremely long. And Tuesdays we played the back nine, and coming in I hit forward on 14 and forward on 17, driver 3-wood on 18. We played up tee on both 17 and 18 today, and 14. So they're obviously playing a lot shorter, but it's still difficult shots. Green sitting at an angle and kind of into that strong crosswind on a few shots. So it's a good test.
Did you ever consider during the practice rounds going to some of those forward tees to play, realizing they would probably be there, or does it matter?
Yeah, on 4 we played it up yesterday in the practice round, and that was up today, and most of it doesn't really matter in practice to me if it's a 3-iron or a 5-iron or whatever. It's kind of the same shot. We're quite used to playing off those numbers, and it doesn't change the angles too much, and so either. So someone might want to spend another hour out there and hitting shots from every angle, but I'm quite confident that we'll work that part out if they change the tee box or two.
Thanks.
Let's wrap it up on Niner with Alex.
Yeah, Henrik. First of all, I was the one actually that requested you when you were on 15.
All right, so you're in the bad books then. Okay, yes. Good to know. Thanks, Alex.
Yes, so you know.
Yeah.
But Is it hard, as your game isn't exactly where you want it to be able to put, as you age, as you're 45 now, to put the effort in, not necessarily here this week, but at home and working and trying to get your game better?
No, I feel like I've put a lot of time and effort in here the last couple of months for sure to try and find some form, and it's getting better. And no, I'm too stubborn and too unhappy with myself if I don't get the game to where I want to. So motivation is not leaving us on that end.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
That'll wrap it up. Henrik, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
We do appreciate it.